One. Okay,
Okay.
we're back here with Coach. I had to take a little break, but I wanted to follow up a lot more about what you were saying about finding the right social group and your peers.
Well, one of the things that everyone wants to belong, and everyone's going to belong, especially younger people.
Mhm.
And we have to give them a better definition of what belonging is. Because a lot of times they think belonging is if I can do the worst thing, that I will be looked at as a star within my group. And,
Yeah,
and
I
and
guess
that's not true.
what I see in schools, we talk about this a lot, and I tell people, belonging, it all starts with that. Kids can't learn from people they don't trust. Um, Now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, I guess, as schools and as societies, we have these narrower and narrower definitions of what it means to be a good student, for example. And the kind of what I see is like you're saying, once kids decide, oh, I'm not one of the good kids, then they start to act out and they want to be the best rebel they can be.
Yes.
I always love telling teachers, and they always love it. If we don't teach these kids where they fit, they're going to become misfits.
Well, one of the things that we do at Peninsula is we don't try to change any person. We get that person to change themselves, to want to change themselves, to want to be part of the group, to want to be part of the clique. And that's why we have to practice better behavior,
Mhm.
because they're always watching us. They're always watching us.
Yeah.
And we say one thing, but most of the time we do another. I split up groups, but when I split the group up, I let them know why I did it.
Mhm.
You know, I said, hey, but you need a better challenge in the output that you're putting out today.
Yeah. I think we were talking a little with Oscar the other day. Just the role, one of the great things about sports where you can have community is they all have that shared purpose. Kids are working together. That's what makes a team, right? Everybody's working together. And I don't know if you have some suggestions how programs can, how do you help a group of kids from 5 to 18 come together and have a shared purpose?
Well, the goal is lighter, or the obstacle is lighter if everybody carries it together.
Mhm.
But when one person wants to carry it all by themselves, it's heavy, it's
Mhm.
hard. And we want to get these kids, that's why we get them to care about one another,
Mhm.
to be self-managers, to discipline one another, as opposed to having someone else do it.
Mhm.
That way it's much easier, and to know what's expected of each individual. It's instead of trying to change the kids, I change myself.
Mhm.
I open myself up all the time. And I keep telling the kids, I'm still learning,
Mhm.
not I've learned or I've learned. No, I am still learning every day.
What about Coach? You have a reputation being able to work with some of the most challenging and needy kids in the Portland area. Um, I guess one thing I think made you special and able to work with any kid is trust is earned, especially kids that have had some bad experiences. They don't trust adults, and a lot of times for good reason. So maybe you can talk more about how you earn kids' trust, especially those kids that are the hardest to reach.
Well, because they don't have to reach out to me, I reach out to them.
Mhm.
Big difference. And I don't try to pull them to me, I just try to hold their hand.
I remember you always used to say, "I have more to give than you can take."
Yes, I do. So,
I
and they
thought
can
that was
call me anything. I could care less. And
Mhm.
all I say is thank you,
Mhm.
thank you. And that lowers everything because one, they're reading my body language, reading
Right.
my facial expressions, and they're feeling, see, how I feel. And I can't because all they're trying to do is upset you at first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so many people will say, "Well, I tried to be nice twice, and it didn't work." So he's a bad kid. Get him out of here.
Yeah,
And but like you said, yeah, your body language, consistency, can they get under your skin?
yeah.
Um,
And your tone of voice.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
All that comes
always,
back again.
yeah, match it, match my tone,
Hmm.
or I'll match his tone, and give them the opportunity to change, and then compliment them. Yes, you've made some progress today.
Another great thing is I remember how hard you work to keep kids in the program, as opposed to more and more community agencies and schools. If kids don't do our exhaustive list of their expectations, then a lot of times they're banned, as opposed to, you would go pick kids up, drive them all over the state, feed them, what have you, and do it again the next day. Um, so I
Well,
think that, go ahead, maybe
go
talk
ahead,
more
go
about
ahead,
that.
go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, just maybe you could talk more about why you designed a program. I'm sure you take a lot of heat. Why are we letting this kid go if he's misbehaving all the time, as opposed to a lot of other programs would have gotten rid of them?
Well, how can I judge someone that I can't see?
Mhm.
And people are saying, well, he's this, he's that, but he's not that way around me. And what I want to make him aware is, you know what? I trust you.
Mhm.
I trust you. And I'm not like anyone else. I'm just like myself. And I believe you. That's why I believe everything kids tell me, I believe. And the one thing that I do is when I say I'm going to do something for them or they have a problem, I solve it instantly. I don't wait until tomorrow or the next week. I go and handle it right now. I seek information to handle it as fast as possible, then get back with them with an answer. They might not like the answer, but at least I give them the courtesy of giving them an answer.
Yeah, it's a lot of. I think again, what always I think makes Peninsula special is that sense of community, and like you said, the trust you have. So often now, relationships are. We think kids should respect diplomas or titles and these things. They respect people that are consistent and that they.
Yes, it's just we want to give them a voice,
Mhm.
but then it's well, you're talking too loud. Come on, people.
Mhm.
You give them a voice and they speak out. And what you do is you answer the question for them and then ask them the question.
Mhm.
And that's one way to see if they're listening,
Mhm.
as opposed to just asking them the question and they don't have the answer and calling them stupid.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things that we do.
Well, and for me, so much of learning, especially in overcoming trauma and these things that a lot of kids you worked with have overcome, is that relationship and community. I always tell people, I got my doctorate studying systems of support for kids with problem behavior. And I think one of the biggest things I learned was, our systems can't replace communities.
No.
When kids are in crisis or families are in crisis in a system, you go and say, I'm in crisis, can you help me? And they say, fill out the form. And when you're in a community, they say, how can I help? And I think we've lost some of that in trying to have our systems fix everything.
Well, we've lost a lot of that. And one of the things that we do things at Peninsula and no one knows about.
Mhm.
I like to help people that I know won't be able to help me or pay it back. Just pay it forward. And everything is in private. Here, anytime. If they have a problem, the parent even call me and say, Coach Pittman, this is this. And I says, hey, we can easily fix that.
I know my parents called you about me. So,
Well, I can remember that, and we had a meeting, and they were trying to set you up. The teachers were trying to set you up to put you on a schedule to do this and to do that. And I had to say, no, no, no. He's not. No, you're not going to do that.
yeah. Well, we'll talk more about that another day. We're running out of time. All right, Coach, let's wrap this up. Any last words?
Change is going to happen.
Mm.
Just be ready for it. Change because it's there and it's the right thing to do. And always be nice, be nice, be nice.